with Del Valle hosting Canutillo at Conquest Stadium. Andy.
Yeah, this game, old district rivalry, and whenever these two teams get together, you know it's going to be a slugfest. You know there's going to be lots of hard heads. Canutillo, right off the bat, it's Carlos Amato, 10 yards. That's a touchdown, put the Eagles up 7-0. Canutillo, Ed, I mean, they're not too far removed from making a Final Four run just a little while ago, a few years ago.
Yeah, and they're very young. They're filled with underclassmen, and on the Del Valle side, that's something when Colin and I talked about. Will Del Valle come out and start fast?
Well, they didn't start fast there, at least on that first Canutillo possession, but they get right back into it. Raymond Montes to Coy Oropeza for a touchdown that would tie things up, and from there, you really saw that Del Valle offense get rolling, and when you have a guy like Raymond Montes who's on our Fine Nine, I mean, they can just keep rolling all night.
The most experienced quarterback that we have in this city. He's played on varsity since he's been a freshman, and he had 5 touchdowns on the season. He had 5 touchdowns tonight. That is big-time play.
That was Montes hooking up there with Karch Gardner, another Fine Nine player there, and all he does is just make ridiculous catches. One-hand catches, we've seen it all. Isn't that right, Colin? I feel like you got a video of him early in the year.
From Midnight Madness, his favorite player is Odell Beckham Jr., so he's always trying to make those one-handed catches. Odell actually shouted him out on Twitter, and this is Del Valle really just running away with it right there. That is Gabriel Rodriguez for the 5-yard touchdown right before the half. Canutillo would kind of try to get it back into it, but, you know, I think Del Valle kind of too strong tonight, right?
No, Del Valle, the much better team in this one, and they proved it with a big-time second quarter as well as moving into the second half. They get the win 37-14, the final. A nice win for the Conquistadores, no doubt about that.
Yeah, especially coming off a weird week where they didn't play. Ed, you got some thoughts real quick?
Well, I mean, the key was going to be Raymond Montes spreading the ball out. And when you have a player like Karch Gardner, a receiver that's capable of scoring a touchdown anytime he catches the ball, they had to be creative in getting him the ball. But one thing that's good with Raymond Montes is that he can spread it out to his entire team.
Yeah, and that definitely runs in the family. We're going to have more on that in just a second. But let's head out to Conquest Stadium for our Coaches Spotlight. That is where we find the head coach of the Del Valle Conquistadores. His name is Jesse Perales. Jesse, thanks for joining us. Congratulations on the win. How'd you get this one done tonight?
Thank you. Thanks for having me, guys. You know what? It was a complete team effort. I thought our guys were a little rusty at first, but then we got our chemistry going and we got things going, and so we played really well, took advantage of a couple of mistakes and that Canutillo made, and we were able to come out with a win.
Coach Colin Diva here. Obviously, you guys had to take a surprise week off last week with the game getting rained out. What did you guys do during that off week to kind of prepare for tonight?
You know what? We were able to go helmets only, kind of get our legs back under us, get some guys healed up that were a little banged up, and so it ended up being a blessing for us. We're still disappointed that we weren't able to make that trip and play that game, but we took full advantage of the time off.
Coach Perales, Ed Stansberry here. You know, to start the season, you threw out a challenge to your team, and you put together the toughest pre-district schedule we had in the city. Kind of talk about the mindset you had with you and your staff putting the schedule together.
Well, we really feel like we're at that point here at Del Valle where we want to play tougher opponents because they're going to make us better. We don't really care about wins and losses next to our name. We just really need to get better and prepare ourselves for teams that we're going to hopefully see down the road. And if you don't play teams like that early, you're not going to see that speed, you're not going to see that size, and you've got to acclimate yourself to that. I think the best way to do it is to really throw ourselves in there and immerse ourselves in that competition, and hopefully we'll get better from it every team we play.
Coach Andy Morgan back here with you. Congratulations on the win. Do appreciate the time, as always, from you. I also heard that you had a former Conquistador on the sideline with you tonight. Isn't that right?
Yes, that's right. And this former Conquistador plays against Ed Stansberry's old alma mater next week, so we're kind of excited about that. Ed Stansberry still owes me a Whataburger meal from a couple years ago. He hasn't paid up on that. I want to make sure I remind him of that. But he's here with us, and our starting quarterback's here with us as well, Raymond Montes.
Let's get both of those guys on there. Stephen, it's Andy Morgan as well as Raymond. Stephen and Raymond, what's this kind of been like? I know, Stephen, welcome back, first of all, to El Paso. What's it been like kind of getting back tonight and being able to watch your younger brother do what he did in his performance? Oh, you just got the earpiece. Okay. Raymond, we'll start with you. Raymond, what's it like to have your older brother there watching you tonight?
It's cool. It's cool having him back. You know, he's usually pretty busy, you know, playing football and doing classwork and stuff. But it's nice to have him come down here and watch me play every once in a while.
And then, Steven, tell me what was it like kind of being back at Del Valle? I know that probably brings back a lot of memories for you.
Yeah, definitely did. I mean, it's kind of different being back and not being a player here at Del Valle. But I mean, I just get so happy when I get to come back here because I get to watch my brother play, and I'm so proud of him. He's doing great things down here.
Stephen Canutillo here with you. Obviously, you know, you're playing pretty well for Colorado this year. What's one thing that you learned playing for the Conquistadores that you're using this year with the Buffaloes?
Just resilience and fight, and just keep working and just kind of stay on the process and stay on the grind, and just you do that and you'll get to where you want to be.
Raymond, question for you, Ed Stansberry. You have your brother there. Maybe talk about some of the advice that he shares with you throughout the season or even the off season to help you prepare for your senior season as it progresses.
We lost him there, lost audio, but we do appreciate both Steven as well as Raymond, Jesse Prowse, had the whole crew there today. Really cool to see what Steven's been able to do with the Colorado Buffaloes.
I mean, it's amazing. The touchdown pass against Nebraska, you can't ask for anything better than that. All my Bruins, they're off to a bad start.
You might be in some trouble next week.
Take it easy on them, please, please, please.
Yeah, 0-3 Bruins versus 3-0 Bucks. You might be in some trouble, Ed.
Yeah, come on, Chip Kelly.